Okay, so today I'm going to show you guys how to collect a rock drake egg. And the best way I've found to do it through a lot of failure is to tame a megalosaur and take it to a certain spot on the map and drop it down to the rock drake trench and use it to kill the crazy abundant amount of rock drakes that spawn on you when you pick up the egg. So I'm going to run through it with you guys in this video. This is one of the megalosaurs I tamed. I ended up using a 140 megalosaur to do this trench run, but I think this 110 still would have done it as well. So I had approximately 10k health. You want at least like 10k health and probably a minimum of about 400 damage. But the megalosaurs are awesome because they've got 75 base damage. They're like the highest damage carnivore on Aberration. So they're a really good tame, and you'll see why later on in this video. So I wanted to show you guys. Basically, this is the key to it. You got to take a tame down. Everyone else is doing it without tames, but you need a tame. So, finally, just about got my megalosaur down. It's just about to drop. Just got to kill the wilds around it. And one more and he should drop. This is the first one that I went for. And then I saw a 140 down here, so I decided to get the 140. Because, obviously, 140 is going to be a little bit better. Now, the coordinates you want to go to drop your megalosaur down to is at 5040 on the map, and you'll find this big waterfall that drops straight down into the element pools. So I'm going to skip forward and show you guys where it is. I'm going to show you guys most of the trip here so you guys can sort of follow through on your adventure so you can know exactly where to go. I'm not going to cut too much out. I'll probably play a bit of music through, I'm not too sure, or I'll speed it up and you guys can follow through and see the path that I take. But 5040 is where you want to drop off your dinosaurs. So at this waterfall here, you want to walk them off the edge onto the land down below here. You'll see that we've got a heap of Spinos and a megalosaur down here. And this is where you start your journey to the rock drake pit of doom. You gotta be careful though, because there are Pavlovias. Pavlovias spawn everywhere. They're not the delicious type. The Pavlovias, I should say, do attack you. So you gotta be careful down here. But we got a lot of Spinos and stuff. These are the Spinos we took down for our first run, because we didn't know what we'd need to get down there. So you can take a Spino down here as well, obviously. Spinos are good because you can't get taken off by a Pavlovia. But I like the megalosaur because it's got such high damage. You want to have 2 rad suits and 5 climbing picks for this rock drake run. And a megalosaur. Preferably high level tamed with about 10,000 health and at least 400 damage. And probably above 1k stamina. So this is where you start the run. Like I said, I'm going to run through the whole thing with you guys. So there's the coordinates there. That's what you want to look for on your map. And you basically want to stick to the left hand side as you go down the trench. So you guys might find this video a bit boring, but I thought I'd do it. Like usually I'd skip through and just show you guys the juicy bits of getting the egg. But I know a lot of you guys are going to want to know exactly what path to take. I'm just going to run through it. And obviously if you guys don't want to hear me droll on, you can just mute it here. But I'll talk over it as we go down. So what I do is stick to the left, and it doesn't take too long to get down here. There's not too many wilds on this path, so you're relatively safe. And the radiation doesn't kick in till like right here, so you don't actually need to put your red suit on until then. And you just want to stick to the left hand side as you're heading down. Man, this is going to be hard to narrate over, but I hope you guys are going to stick through it. If you guys are enjoying my PvP series on here, make sure to smash the like, by the way, because the likes have dropped off a little bit, so I'm not sure if you guys are enjoying it as much as I thought you would. I don't know if people hate Aberration or something, or if I've just got boring. I don't know, let me know down below what you guys want to see, but we're just heading down the left-hand side. I might actually speed this up. I'll probably speed this up in post-production, and then we'll go over it. But you pretty much just want to stick to the left, all the way down. Make sure you regain stam, and make sure you've got a bulb dog for this too, by the way, because otherwise nameless ones spawn everywhere. So I've noticed Ravagers can't survive down here in the radiation, but Megalosaurs can. Strange that Ravagers can't, but there's certain dinosaurs that can't survive down here. You probably could do this on a Ravager, you know, if it survived in the radiation, but it doesn't. So that's why the Megalosaur is good, or the Spino, whichever is your preference. But Megalosaurs are so buff, because if you don't know, they used to be on... They're a dinosaur that's been around for ages on the island, but they've only ever worked at nighttime, so that's the only use they've had is at nighttime, because they sleep during the day, but on Aberration they work all the time. So they're amazing, and they've got extra boost, extra power in the nighttime. But the only problem is if you breed them at the moment, they turn into the normal old Megalosaurs, so you gotta be careful of that. So we're just sticking to this left path down here as we go. Like I said, there's going to be some comments here saying, "Oh, H.O.D, why'd you have to narrate over the whole thing? It's boring as fuck, man." Well, just mute it if you don't want to hear my voice. And that's fine, I understand that. Some people hate the Australian accent, you know? I had someone comment the other day on a video saying that we sounded like a bunch of hicks or something. I don't think the Australian accent sounds like that, but maybe it does. So obviously you gotta watch the stamina on the Megalosaurs because it regens super slow. Super slow-mo. But the path down to the egg area probably takes about 10 minutes, to be honest. So just follow this video, I would say. I'd say just leave this open while you're running down and you can see exactly what path to take. I don't know why everybody's been doing this on glide suits without taking a tame down. I think it's because there's this big maze entrance that you have to go through to get to this area, to get to that first waterfall, and I think people aren't aware that you can just jump down and sort of get past the whole maze and go straight to the easy part of the zone. So I'd highly recommend taking a tame down because if you're going down on a glide suit, it's going to be very temperamental. You're going to be lucky to get out. Like it's probably a 10% chance of getting out with your egg. Whereas doing this method, I'd say, is more like a 99% really, as you'll see in the video anyway. It's pretty much a given that you'll get this. I stopped in the video because I hadn't seen one of these chicken things. They look pretty awesome. Because the bulb dogs are so ugly. So I'm sorry about that, guys, but you know, adventure. That's what I love about the new maps in Ark, is you get to like explore. And that's the best thing about Aberration, is how awesome the map is. And then of course you get to eat it, and it tastes like chicken. So you come around this pool here, take out these things. I think these things go for light, so probably if you turn off your light, your bulb dog, I'm sure these things wouldn't attack you. On your right there's an element pool there, you can actually recharge your element. If you've got a tech suit you can recharge your element in there, but it also kills your player with radiation, so gotta be careful. It's like yin and yang, you know? Too much power. So barely anything spawns in this first part. So obviously you gotta watch your weight as well, because these Megalosaurs actually don't have that much weight, surprisingly, so if you do start killing a few things you will encumber your Megalosaur. This is probably the most dull narration that you guys have ever heard in a video, but I thought, like, if you guys are watching this and you just want to hear something in the background, I may as well just dub over it as well. Because, like, you guys can do it in sync. We can do this as a team. I'm going to be like your guys' motivation as you guys walk down here. Because if I did this in speed mode, you guys might miss a thing. It'd be hard to keep up with, and you'd have to keep rewinding the video and fast forwarding it. So at least this way you guys can keep up with it in real time. And get some more ad revenue, you know? And that's something we YouTubers need these days. YouTube's hit us pretty hard, to be honest. YouTube is brutal. So as you can see, that yellow area down there is actually the trench. It's the deep part of the rock Drake lands. And I think you could skip it. You could jump over here. I'm not going to do it in this video, but you could literally just jump down there and take a shortcut if you wanted to. Obviously, you'd have to hop off your mount. And I didn't mention that actually, but if you are jumping tames from that waterfall down, you have to just jump off your mount before you land, and then you won't take any fall damage. It's a crucial part. Otherwise, your tames will die, obviously. So literally, like I said, you just gotta stick to the left as you go down here. Stick to the left until you get to this certain part, but I'll point it out for you guys. So I just love how this like transitions. This map, like, it just flows so well. That's the thing I love about Aberration, is the map just flows together so well. It all sort of works. Whereas maps like the map like Ragnarok, feels like it's all chopped together and put together just like randomly, just for the sake of having certain biomes. I think I'm re-getting stam here. That's what I'm doing. I'm not milking that revenue, don't you worry, guys. Maybe just a little bit. So obviously this was the first like time that I did a successful run. So that's why I'm looking at certain parts and seeing where to go as well. But it's not one of those videos where it doesn't actually work at the end. You guys will see it's actually successful. Spoiler alert. Because there's so many rock drakes down here. When you're gliding, and their AI is amazing. Like, I can't believe how accurate Arc devs have actually made the AI down here. It's been really cool actually to see people having the challenge of getting down here. Because usually the AI in Arc doesn't do much except just sit there, but on Aberration, the rock drake's pretty beast. So I was testing to see if that one would ignore me there, but it did decide to chase after me. So I'd say it's probably a good idea just to kill as many rock drakes as you can on your way down. As you can see here, the Megalosaur just shreds through them. This is all standard rates, by the way. In case you guys in the comments are like, oh, this isn't official, oh, this doesn't apply. Well, it does, because it's the same rates. Same stats. I can't believe there's still like comments like that in this day and age. Like, I don't know, unofficial is not a bad thing. But man, these rock drakes look awesome. Like, some of the colors you can get in them are pretty amazing. They're pretty damn cool. But it'll be interesting to see how they go on the maps, like the other maps apart from Aberration, because I think they're not going to be too overpowered, which is good, because as you guys know, when the Griffin came out, that was just so super crazy. I mean, they do go in the mesh like this, so they will mesh you, but they're not like the Griffin with 25,000 health. Like a good rock drake, you'll get up to 10,000 health sort of thing, so that's quite good. But it's going to be pretty hard to catch one of these things. If you guys have seen them move around, they're pretty hard to catch, so it's going to be interesting to see them in PvP. Man, I'm struggling. I'm running out of things to say for you guys, but we're nearly there at the rock trench. You guys have probably muted it by now. If you haven't muted it, put a legend in the chat below. We'll do that as a thing. I've never done that before, but we're going to do it. Because I'm super tired, and I'm narrating over this video to get out to you guys, so that people stop just flying glide suits down here and killing themselves. So up here is where you stop going left, and you take a right. So you can go left here or right. And you want to go right, obviously, because it goes to the yellow. And my light bulb ran out here, so the nameless ones started spawning. The good thing about the bulb dogs, though, is you can switch them so that when they recharge, they switch back on. So that's pretty good. So you want to level the light regen in the bulb dogs to have a really good one, so they charge up really quickly when they go out, because otherwise these nameless ones spawn everywhere. But it's kind of good that the nameless ones spawn, because as you guys know, that's where you get the venom for the rock drakes. So I decided just to turn my light on anyway, because I couldn't be screwed dealing with that. They just run away when you turn the light on. And this is near the end. So there's quite a few more rock drakes, as you can see up here. And at first I was a little bit concerned with how many there was. And so was my Megalosaur, that's why it took a great big dump right there. But it just destroys these rock drakes like they're nothing. Rock drakes ain't got nothing on Megathar. That sounds like some sort of transformer anyway. Megathar, roll out. And this is where you want to go. This is where you want to go for your first rock drake egg. Once you get your first rock drake, it becomes so easy to get the eggs, because you literally just glide down into the trench, and pick up an egg and go invincible, and you can lose the aggro from the rock drake. So this video is going to show you guys how to get your first egg so that you can get other eggs, because the thing that's hardest with rock drakes is getting your first egg. Once you've got that, it's going to be smooth sailing, it's going to be easy as pie. So kill all the rock drakes that you can see, obviously. I'd recommend taking a crossbow down so you can shoot some and aggro them to you. But if you start fighting a few, generally they do come out and start attacking you as well. And you can see above me here is where the rock drake nest is spawning. And these are the easiest to get to because the other ones are down low. And it means you need a zipline to get back up. And if you try and zipline in that trench, the rock drakes like destroy it pretty damn quick. So I was being super safe here, just healing up. I'd highly recommend it. Like if you got the meat on your tame, take a bit of time, heal up. That's why I brought 2 rad slits down so I could just sort of take it a bit more casually. So obviously make sure your health's good, because after you pick up this egg, all the rock drakes in the area are going to aggro to you. So you've got to be very quick with this next part. Alright, so you can see the little nest up here. So that's a nest right there. They're sort of like the wyvern nest. This is where I started getting super excited, because this is actually on the server I've been playing on. So this is the first rock drake egg that I actually got. So I should have narrated over it, but I did it like after not sleeping for a whole night pretty much, because as you guys know, I've got a new baby in the house, so it's pretty damn brutal. But I was pretty devastated when I got up to this first nest. I thought I'd like got stuck in the mesh here for a second. There's a lot of mesh issues on this map. But I got up to this first nest, and there was no egg. And somebody told me that there was supposed to be eggs spawning in all the nests. But maybe someone got this one before me, I'm not too sure. But either way, it gives you guys an idea of what to look for. And there's a few other spawns, as you can see over to the straight ahead here. So there's one here, there's like 4 spawns. 4 chances here to get your first rock drake egg. I don't know why it dived down there. The glide suits are wonky sometimes. I love this rock climbing stuff though, it's so sick. Like, the stuff in this map is so much fun. I thought I wasn't going to get an egg at this stage. Like, I thought someone had beat me to it. But then I saw it. The one egg to rule them all. So this is all you need. Once, like I said, once you get your first egg, it's just easy sailing from there. And this is a 145 too, so that was pretty damn awesome. Once you get your egg, dive straight back down to your tame. Get on your tame and prepare for battle. This is when the rock drakes start swarming. And so you gotta be, like I said, that's why it's good to kill a heap at the start, because if you had 6 on you here, it'd be starting to get pretty brutal. But the megalosaurs do a lot of damage. As you can see, it's high level rock drakes there too. And my mega, he took them out pretty easy. So obviously, retrace your steps. Just stick to the right hand side wall all the way back and going up. I don't think I'll leave this running out in the video for you guys. I'll show you part of it so you guys know I actually did it legit. Maybe I'll leave it in there, I'm not sure. But basically you just gotta get out past the rock drake area, back to the safe spot. And it's only like this is the only area you have to clear from rock drakes. After here it gets pretty safe, so you don't have to worry about them too much. But you do want to make sure you save up on meat before killing the rock drakes, because they don't give you much meat from killing them. That's one thing I would say is, if you want to be healing up, make sure you save a bit of meat on the way, unlike what I did. So there wasn't too many rock drakes left around here on my way out, so it was pretty smooth sailing. I think I did fight a pretty tanky one up here though. But they're really not that strong if you're on a tame. If you're on foot, that's when they brutalize you. So you can see there I actually did get to skip a few rock drakes. Just ran straight past them and they didn't aggro me. So as long as you don't go too close to them, they're not going to pick you up. After the first instance of you picking up the egg, it's not as if you have a continuous debuff on your person. So literally just follow the way that you came down and you'll be safe. And then I'll show you guys the way to get back up the waterfall with the rock picks, because I had a bit of an issue with it, as you guys will see. So you guys might want to probably try and copy the path that I take getting back up out of the waterfall. So as you can see, I got back to the spinos at the start at the coordinates 50, 40, and we drop off our Megla. You can actually build in this zone too, if you guys wanted to know. You can put down a fob, you can put down some turrets, you can protect your tames down here, because you're kind of going to leave them down here. You could even build an elevator, I think, if you wanted to get them back up. Or you can take the path through the maze and fight all the Reaper Queens to get them out, but that's a bit of a battle. So there are ways to get your tames back out, but I'd recommend bringing something down here that you kind of are happy to lose. So once you leave your dinos on neutral, start climbing up. Make sure you got some high durability rock picks on you. From my understanding, you can't actually switch out rock picks mid climb, so you gotta be really careful. Like I wasn't here. I nearly lost it there because I had a crappy rock pick on me. So you gotta make sure you got a high durability rock pick on you when you're climbing up, because otherwise it's not gonna go too well. And this is just done with primitive rock picks, by the way, so it is doable with primitive gear. So just start climbing up the black part of next to the left hand side of the waterfall and follow this track. Make sure you drink before you get up here. Make sure you bring a canteen, by the way, if I didn't mention that earlier on, and make sure you eat before you start climbing up, because I nearly lose all this to fainting and going unconscious in a second. Obviously you just gotta wait for a bit of stamina. But man, I love this rock climbing, it's so sick. There's so many things in Aberration I like. I just hope they don't open this map up to transferring flyers and stuff into later on, because it'll just ruin all the good stuff on this map, I think. So here's a safe spot. This is where you want to recharge, switch out your rock picks, get a new rock pick, and go again. Make sure again that you're hydrated, unlike the nub that you're watching, because you will die. Man, this narration has probably been pretty random for you guys. I hope you guys have enjoyed the video though. Hopefully you found it helpful. A bit different to what I usually do, but like from the videos I've seen doing the rock drakes, it's like people are showing a very circumstantial run where it's just luck that they've got in there. But I'm pretty sure this is going to be a pretty consistent way to get your first egg. So this is what I would recommend. Don't just go down on foot, because you're going to get wrecked. Go down on a tame. It's not hard to get one, it just takes a bit of time, a bit of patience. But, you know, patience is a virtue. So I'm just going to leave the video here with you guys following this rock climbing, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. If you guys did find this video helpful, if you are enjoying the content on the channel, please smash a like, because it's dropping off a bit, so I'm not sure if you guys are still enjoying it or not. Let me know if you guys are still there, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.